I made a video a while ago where I broke down the entire Elden Ring trailer. I mean, I tore through that video. And in that video, I had brought up many points. And now that we have some Elden Ring gameplay out, I'll be going over some of the things I got right. This was kind of inevitable. It's Bandai Namco. Of course, they're gonna put in some kind of like save point / resting area, which is usually a campfire. I mean, it's an easy one. It's right there. I mean, there are like very few, if not any, games they have made that doesn't have this feature, but nevertheless, this is one of the things I had pointed out. The mount was something I was very excited for because it was certain that there was going to be one in Elden Ring. It'll make traveling a lot easier, and the fact that the game has an utterly massive world makes it hard to explore without some kind of fast travel or mount, so this addition is really helpful and fun. I had predicted in my Elden Ring trailer breakdown video that the game would be an open world, but I don't believe it's an open world game, but the map is extremely massive, so it's close. In one of the early scenes I had broken down, there appeared to be some kind of pyre, and a lot of either weathered down statues or limbless people around it, all looking at it with almost revere. Right after this, we get a shot of what looks like broken statues around this fire. The way that this set is set up reminds me of someone being cremated. The timing of this is strange. It's talking about something called the Golden Order being overthrown, and then it shows what looks like someone or something being cremated or burned. In the gameplay trailer, we got a much closer look at this strange situation. They don't look like statues as much as they do people, to me at least. And even though the dragon is swinging down at them at alarming speeds, they still don't move. I bet this is some kind of ritual that helps summon dragons. I feel the coincidence of a dragon attacking right in this place is a little off to simply be a coincidence, but hey, there's another part in the gameplay trailer where a dragon flies down and attacks, but there's no pyre thing anywhere to be seen. This could be kind of like those stop signs from Burnout Paradise City, where it's like if you go at these traffic lights, there are different ones, like different things you can activate by pressing both triggers, stuff like that. I feel like it can be something like that. Maybe, like you're able to go up to these things and summon a dragon to fight. Maybe, I don't know. It seems kind of cool though. This one was pretty easy to spot as well. I mean, it's shown very clearly. In Elden Ring, it's proven in the gameplay trailer, you have multiple different moves, like magic stuff, different moves, stuff like that. And while on the mount, you can perform these magical moves just as easily, so that's really neat. Now you have an advantage over your enemy when on your mount, and you're still able to use all your abilities. If you look at each shot the dragon is in, he's always under the ghost tree thing. So maybe this dragon is the guardian of the tree, and it's here where we got more proof of mounted combat. So as we can see in every scene that our character is in, he's on a horse fighting this dragon. This one is a little interesting. In only one scene in the original trailer, it shows very interesting pots that have arms and are walking around. I had in my trailer breakdown video predicted that these would either be some kind of new race or they would be more of like an underground specific entity. And I was right. In the gameplay trailer, we get a very clear sight of these new guys. I'm gonna be 100% honest, I am super excited to see more of these guys. There was one scene in particular in the older trailer that I was all over. There was so much to dive into, and I just couldn't solve it all without some more information. Well, I've got the information now. At least most of it. I had guessed that this strange object that these things were pulling was either something of great worth, whether it was holding something of great value, or the whole thing was just special, or it was some kind of coffin. While I still don't know what these things are, everything else I had mentioned in my video, I got right. In the gameplay trailer, we get a different scene where it's mainly showing off stealth, but in it they're sneaking up on a group that looks the same as this one from the other trailer, and they refer to this thing as Great Treasure. I got that treasure or great value part down. Now, I had also zoomed way into the background on this one scene and pointed out that these soldiers didn't walk normally. When I looked deeper into this scene, I realized something was off. Maybe the tarnished is a disease. We can safely say that we have a couple people in this shot, not including the massive guys pulling this thing. But we also have these guys. Now watch them move. They act like zombies. This had led me to a more far-fetched theory that I myself didn't believe in, but it was still really cool. That these diseased soldiers were infected by the dragon rot from Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, another game by Bandai Namco. It's a bit far-fetched and out there, I know, but it's still really cool to think about. But the whole zombie thing, it's proven in this scene right here. These guys are zombies, period. In this scene here, I saw your character crouched down and sneaking up on these guys. It was a pretty big hint to stealth and or sneaking, and the gameplay trailer, we get it very clearly right here. This was another really easy one to find. Not only is it right there, pretty much impossible to miss, and not only is it proven in the new gameplay trailer, but it's Bandai Namco. This is their biggest game yet. Of course, they're going to put in the online multiplayer part. Now, right as the coolest part of the reveal trailer starts, where the awesome voice starts talking about the flame of ambition and how the Tarnished are looking for the Elden Ring.
By the flame of ambition.
It shows this room with disturbing silhouettes hanging down from the ceiling. I had turned up the brightness to see what they were, and their arms hanging down. No body, just limbs. This is a very interesting scene to say the least, and I'm excited to see what it has to do with all the lore and stuff like that. But nevertheless, we get a very clear, I believe, a much clearer picture of this in the gameplay trailer. And yes, this is another thing I got right. And hanging from the ceiling are these arms and other limbs, which if you look at it, kind of look like this thing. So maybe the Tarnished are growing from the ceiling. That sounds horrific. Kind of like the Darkspawn from Dragon Age. And there you go. Everything that I had correctly predicted in my earlier Elden Ring trailer breakdown video. I dove really deep into that trailer, so I recommend giving it a watch, even though some of the stuff might be outdated now that we have the proven facts on it, but it's still a very interesting video to watch, so I'd recommend it. But now that I've gone over everything that I got right, I'll be giving you some of my thoughts on the whole game, standing here now that we have the gameplay trailer out. Mainly, I feel like this will become the new Skyrim in a way. I know, big claim, but I've got some reasons. Skyrim has a massive map full of different places to explore, NPCs that need help with something. It's full of life, and it's up to you if you want to get involved and interact with this world. Elden Ring looks like it's going somewhat in that direction. In the gameplay trailer, there are multiple situations that the player simply walks by, similar to Skyrim. There are fights, conversations, story missions, all of it that you can simply walk by. Skyrim is swarming with life, and looking at this small peek into Elden Ring, it looks like it's going in that way, full of life. Now I know that Skyrim and Elden Ring are very different. Skyrim has more of a happy-go-lucky and nostalgic feel to it, as the enemies range from giant spiders and dragons to foxes, while Elden Ring is a Bandai Namco game. The enemies range from Ruler of Stormvale, Godric the Golden, a twisted being with multiple limbs and an awesome voice, to demonic-looking lightning-wielding dragons. So, although the feel of the world is very different, I do believe that these games will be similar, and I don't believe it'll be hard to play Elden Ring like it's Skyrim. It's just my theory, but I'm kind of going with this one. Don't forget to check out my Elden Ring trailer breakdown video. I put a lot, and I mean a lot of time into that one. I hope you have a great day, and remember, life is short. Play great games.